Test 1, 2. Good afternoon and welcome everyone. We're excited to be here and celebrate with our students as they complete this milestone. So at this time, I'd like to have you stand and recognize the graduates from the Edward P. Fitts Department of Industrial and Systems Engineering, Operations Research, and Engineering Management programs. Thank you. You may be seated. I am Dr. Canton Reynolds, Director of Undergraduate Programs in the Edward P. Fitts Department of Industrial and Systems Engineering. I will be serving as the Master of Ceremonies for today's commencement. Yes, absolutely, it is going to be fun. I'm honored to be part of such a special moment for these students. This is also a special day for me and the faculty that are with us as we watch our fall graduates begin the next phase of their lives. It is exciting and rewarding to see each of them fulfill their dreams. For our undergraduate students, when we started out together this semester in senior design, I told them that if all we'd done at the end of the semester was to help them synthesize everything they've learned in the department to that point, then we have failed them. Hopefully we provided a learning environment where you've grown as students and scholars and now move on as graduates and professionals. We are fortunate to be here at the Jane S. McKimmon Center, and we hope that you will agree that this is a beautiful place and an important part of our campus that makes this day even more special. Jane McKimmon was a pioneer. She was recognized by multiple North Carolina governors for her leadership and organizational skills. She firmly believed in continuing education, and in the early 1900s, as state director of the Women's Division of the Farmers Institutes, one of only 5 such positions in the nation at that time, she led the growth and expansion from 416 women in 14 counties to over 75,000 women of all races in each of the 100 counties here in North Carolina. So given her status as a trailblazer, it is only appropriate that our students' last time as undergraduates on campus be in a place named for a phenomenal woman. Hopefully we have prepared them to blaze trails in the same vein as Mrs. McKimmon. The department staff, ISE ambassadors, and volunteers hope that this ceremony is memorable, so please ensure that we give each graduate their time to be honored. Also, we would like to consider those who use the facility after us, so please keep track of your belongings, and if you have any trash, deposited in the waste cans. The event is being live streamed and will be available for you to review again at a later date. So I know it is a little warm in here. We're working on lowering the temperature, and we have left the door open as well. Now, a little bit about how today will play out. Dr. Julie Swan, department head, will have some opening remarks, introduce the faculty and staff of the department, and the guest speaker, Dr. Paul Cohen, former department head and distinguished professor emeritus. Then we'll be on to the recognition of our newest graduates at both the graduate level, who will be announced by Dr. Russell King, the FOSCU Distinguished Professor and Director of Graduate Programs, or Dr. Julie Ivey, the Director of the Masters of Engineering Management Program, and then the undergraduate level, who will be addressed or announced by myself. Our students have asked that we keep it brief so that they can spend more time with their families and friends, so we will limit our recognition to students that were not otherwise saluted for their achievements at some other point during the year. Some of their notable endeavors will be visible during the projection system on both sides of the room, and you're welcome to come down the aisle and take as many pictures as you like. There will also be opportunities for pictures afterwards, and we will pace it for you and your family, so please take your time. Just make sure that our department photographer has the space to operate. The banner will also be kept up for you to use that as well at the conclusion of the ceremony. So, without further ado, I'd like to welcome the A. Doug Allison Distinguished Professor and ISE Department Head, Dr. Julie Swan.
Thank you, Dr. Reynolds. Welcome, everyone. Happy fall, happy graduation, and what a joyous season we have. I'm Julie Swan, and I am the department head of Edward P. Fitts Department of Industrial and Systems Engineering. I will give some initial remarks, followed by our C.A. Anderson faculty, who will speak this year, one of our award winners. We are, as Dr. Reynolds mentioned, live streaming the event. Thank you all. I welcome you to our Fall 2022 ISE Department graduation. This is a wonderful day where our graduates and our families are all proud. The faculty and staff of ISE share in your pride. It is a season of thanks with hope and joy. I'm sure our graduates are both today, both thankful and joyous. I know we have many people who are listening now or later, so I'd like to begin with a short overview of the department. Now let me ask our family and friends today. How many of you know what industrial and systems engineering is? Oh, graduates, you have some work to do. A lot of work. And graduates, how many of you know what industrial and systems engineering is? Wait a second, now we know we're really in trouble. And not every single graduate is with an ISE degree. There are some with some affiliated degrees. You are off the hook, but not the ISE graduates. Industrial. We make industry better. And not just industry, but government, nonprofits, society. How do we make it better? We make it faster, more efficient. We make it more effective by reaching the right people. And sometimes we make it more equitable. We design and incorporate technology, and we think about decisions and about humans in those systems. This can be systems of many different types, including manufacturing, supply chain, healthcare, transportation, human and knowledge systems, and more. We in ISE are fortunate to have expertise that is both deep and broad, representing areas such as advanced manufacturing, health systems engineering, human systems engineering, supply chain and logistics engineering, and system analytics and optimization. We are one of the oldest and largest academic departments of industrial and systems engineering in the U.S., celebrating over 85 years of excellence with the first 2 bachelor's degrees awarded in 1933. Actually, our 100th will be coming before long, so we better start planning. Our graduate program was established in 1948 and our doctoral program in 1967. We have approximately 350 undergraduate students, 250 master's and PhD students, and more than 8,000 alumni around the state, country, and world. We are a full-service ISE department covering all the areas I mentioned, such as advanced manufacturing, health systems, human systems, supply chain and logistics, system analytics, and optimization. Our faculty are at the cutting edge of new ways of manufacturing, using virtual reality for all kinds of different applications, developing supply chains for electric vehicles and micromobility, data analytics to help our systems work better, and healthcare delivery during a pandemic. In 2020, we moved into a new building on Centennial Campus that is NC State's first built as a public-private partnership. It is now proudly known as the Fitz Woolard Hall in honor of two ISE alumni, Ed Fitz and Ed Woolard, and their extraordinary contributions. We can't quite call it the ISE building, but I think it's close. ISE also has two other affiliated entities, the Ergonomics Center at NC State, directed by Julia Abate, and the Center for Additive Manufacturing and Logistics, CAMEL, directed by Ola Harrison. We have many faculty who participate in the Operations Research Program that sits both in the Colleges of Engineering and Science and the Integrated Manufacturing Systems Engineering Institute that's college-wide across engineering. Our faculty also provide leadership for the Masters in Engineering Management. I will briefly introduce the faculty and staff who are with us today. I would like to recognize them as they've been an important part of your career pathway. We have, and if you can stand when I call your name briefly, Karen Chen, Paul Cohen, Ola Harrison, Julie Ivy, Nora Zalton, Russell King, Maria Mayorga, Canton Reynolds, Rohan Shearwaker. Did I miss anyone? Sometimes we get some who sneak in. Oh, Hong Wan, thank you, Hong. Did that cover everyone? I think that is all. Please join me in thanking our faculty. I like to remind everyone that it's really the staff that keep all of us together and put on this wonderful event. Their contributions enable the education of our graduates, along with the cutting-edge research of our faculty. We'll recognize our staff. Please stand if you're not already. Tim Schweitzer, Lata Dombro, Justin Lancaster, Rob Lassen, Emily Lewis, Jasmine Petway, Christina Pucci, Linda Smith, Danita Taylor, Kendall Walker, Karen Welton, and we have our student workers as well, Ian and Becca. And did I miss any staff who are here today? Please join me in thanking our staff. And some of those are not ISE staff, some of them are affiliated with operations research or engineering management, but we like to adopt them sometimes if they need a home too. Next, I will briefly mention some noteworthy events of the last year, as well as some of the major professional achievements of our faculty and students. We begin with undergraduates. Our seniors put a world of cool engineering projects on display at Design Day this semester. With us today, we have our first place winners. You can wave at us, Team Wolfline, and our second place winners, Next Century Spirits, and fan favorite Team Fortna. So wave your hands at us as well. Thank you. In the spring, our senior design team, Taproot, placed third in the Global Taproot Summit Student Competition. We have senior Hannah Bahelu received the U.S. Department of State Benjamin A. Gilman International Scholarship. Catherine Reckard, senior, received the IISE 22-23 Harold and Inga Marcus Scholarship. June Tobin, Jr., received the IISE 2022 Council of Fellows Undergraduate Scholarship. Let's have some recognition for our undergrads. And we have many others we recognize at the Anderson Awards in the spring. Graduate student highlights: Claudia Donahue and Alexa Lojewski, OR students, Operations Research, won the Simio 22 Student Simulation Competition. Pavel Koprov, it's the fall, we don't have to be quite as efficient. Pavel Koprov, PhD student, received the IISE 22-23 Sirleha Award and the SME 22-23 Wayne K. Graduate Scholarship. Nafi Ahmed, PhD student, received IISE 22-23 Fellows Williams-Biles, 22-23 scholarship. And Amir Hussein Sadeghi, PhD student, received IISE 22-23 Lisa Zakin Award. Let's show the graduate students your Wolfpack pride. Alumni highlights. If you haven't seen it already, I encourage you to watch when Abby Lampy celebrates becoming the world champion of one of the most bizarre sporting events in the world, the Cooper's Hill Cheese Rolling and Wake. So that was very exciting. Gail Lanier, ISE Distinguished Alumna, and her husband Dwayne have supported NC State women's basketball team's locker room enhancement fund with the biggest gift ever given to the women's basketball team. Tiffany Sargent, an ISE Distinguished Alumna, received a Fellow Award from IISE. Candace Gingles, an ISE Advisory Board member and alum, received the IISE SEMS Outstanding Management and Industrial and Systems Engineering Award. Rashida Hodges received a Triangle Business Journal 2022 Women in Business Award. Tracy Dokes, both of whom have received awards from the department, received a Triangle Business Journal 22 Women in Business Award as well. And AJ Cole III was nominated as the Oakland Raiders Walton Payton Man of the Year Award for his commitment to the community. Please join me in sharing their joy. Our faculty are not left out. Julie Ivy was inducted as an Informs Fellow. Rohan Sherwaker earned an NC State University Faculty Scholar Award, which are very competitive. Karen Chen won an NC State 2022 Goodnight Early Career Innovators Award. Very proud of her. Maria Mayorga received an IISE Fellow Award and an NC State Faculty Fellow Award. And for the first time, as far as I am aware, Paul Cohen and Nora Azalton tied to receive the 2022 C.A. Anderson Award. And Nora's not speaking today, but she can at least raise her hand at you and celebrate both of our winners. You can see we have an outstanding group of students, faculty, staff, alumni. And this would not be possible without your support. You, the students, have contributed across the board in these initiatives. You, the parents and family, have supported your loved ones. Our donors and sponsored helped us lay the foundation for the engineering leaders of tomorrow. In truth, we cannot do it without any of you. I've told you a little bit about the past and the status quo at NC State. Let me also remark on the future. The department has developed new graduate programs, as we mentioned, engineering management that is joint with the College of Management. We've developed graduate certificates in several areas to meet the needs of industry. So students, you're not left out, as there'll definitely be professional education opportunities for you. And we are planning our system to help meet the growth in engineering announced by the legislature to meet the demand of industry in this state and beyond. We anticipate the continued growth of our programs in not only in our educational programs, but also in other activities like student participation in study abroad, which can open new horizons in participants' life. We also have ongoing and future activities in engaging with our alumni, including mentoring. So students, while you might like to forget about us for a little while, don't let it be long, as we want you to continue to be involved as an alumnus. In time, you will see we are not just an institution or department, but we truly are a pack, greater than we would be on our own, greater for your involvement and engagement with us. So today, we celebrate your graduation with you, but we do not say goodbye, because we know you are still with us, you're part of the Wolfpack, and you are in our hearts and minds. We also look forward to the time when you rejoin us in our new building, at a future sporting event, or even an alumni celebration. Finally, it is my great pleasure to introduce you to our graduation speaker for today. Dr. Paul Cohen was selected for the C.A. Anderson Award along with Noor Zalton, and this is particularly touching as he decided to retire in June 2022, and we are delighted that he is with us today. Paul Cohen is the Edgar S. Woolard Distinguished Professor Emeritus, and he is a former department head of ISE. I think his shoes are a little still big for me, so I can't say that I filled them. But he was the department head from 2007 to 2017. He holds a bachelor's in industrial engineering, Bachelor of Science from the University of Rhode Island, and an MS and PhD in industrial and systems engineering from The Ohio State University. Prior to joining NC State, he was also a distinguished professor in the Department of Industrial and Manufacturing Engineering at Penn State University. He has also worked for Patel Memorial Institute and the Wanscott Company doing pioneering process development and computer modeling. He is especially focused on advanced manufacturing processes, automations, and systems, resulting in over 125 publications, 31 different courses to over 8,000 students as a graduate student and faculty member, and received outstanding teaching awards from both Penn State and NC State. He is a fellow of IISE and a recipient of IISE's Holtzman Distinguished Educator Award that recognizes educators who contributed significantly to the profession through teaching, research, and publication, extension, innovation, and administration. And just to soften that heavy burden that he carries, you should also know that he was a coach and recruiter and participant in ice hockey for more than 24 years at Penn State. So he also could have had another career, I guess, on the ice. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Paul Cohen.
Thank you, Dr. Swan. First, let me congratulate all of our graduates and their families. You should take great pride in graduating from one of the very best industrial engineering programs in the country and some of the affiliated programs. It is an honor for me to share this award with Noor Zalton. For me, as someone who has taught for many years, actually 46 years, to me this is the top honor that you can get as a faculty member, to be honored by students. And so I am very fortunate to have been able to do that here as well as at Penn State. Now, I should say it's dangerous to give a faculty member time to talk without specific time limits. However, earlier this week I was talking to a friend of mine. He's actually a pastor at a church down the street from me, and he told me when he was a young pastor, he was mentored, and he was told there were three things that make a good talk: a good beginning, a good end, and not a whole lot in between. So I will try to live up to that. So what have I learned? Learned a lot, but I'm just going to share a few things with you. First one is develop a passion for what you do. I think many of you have that, but when you go to work, you need that passion, because if you're passionate and you love what you do, it's not work. So develop a passion for what you do. Second thing I would say is persistence is an underrated quality. You need to be laser focused. You need to be persistent to achieve that goal. And I'll give you one example. As Dr. Swan mentioned, we're in Woolard Hall. Now, Ed Woolard is a very interesting individual. He always wanted to work for DuPont Corporation. When he graduated, which was quite a number of years ago, they didn't have corporate recruiting. Each individual facility did their own recruiting. He wanted to work for DuPont. He interviewed with many different times, always turned down. Took a job with another company and kept reapplying to DuPont. Eventually, they accepted him. He went to work for them, and he became the CEO eventually. So it's an idea of persistence. And I'll also, talking about hockey, what we used to have when I coached collegiately is we would say, hard work beats talent if talent doesn't work hard. So be persistent and work hard. Another thing which I learned actually as a very young faculty member, there was an Alpha Pi Mu initiation, and that's the honor society for industrial and systems engineering. And a person who was the former department head, and this is in the early 80s, said, to really keep up with things that are going on, you have to read 3 newspapers a day. And at the time, I didn't read 3 newspapers a day. I thought it was crazy. But as I thought about it and I started reading more and more newspapers, I decided that really was a good idea. So I would recommend to graduates, you need to stay current, both in the field and in the world around you. And you need to go to multiple sources and not necessarily trust any one source. There's a lot of stuff on the internet that is not correct. So I would urge you to broaden yourself by reading a lot of what goes on around you. I would also say, don't be afraid to take risk and sometimes even to fail. Failure is a great teacher. We have a lot of alumni who have become entrepreneurs from this department. Some of you may become entrepreneurs. One of them is the other individual for which our building is named, Ed Fitz. Ed was a vice president for Sunoco, and he ran a division of the company. He wished to change the business model. They didn't like that idea. So being somebody who was willing to take a risk, he mortgaged his entire future and said, sell me the division. They had never done that before. So he, in fact, bought the division, changed the business model. They were very successful. And some years later, when he decided to retire, he sold the company for $500 million. So don't be afraid to take risk, and don't be afraid to fail. Another thing which I have learned over the years, and it's something I used to do with a lot of our hockey players, we had a lot of people that did volunteer work for the team. And we would say you need an attitude of gratitude. And there's a lot of people that will help you along the way, personally and professionally. And you need to have gratitude for what they do, and you also need to have respect for everybody. Because I think you'll find that when you go to work, there are pockets of information, sometimes from people that you wouldn't expect know the information. So you need to have some gratitude towards them, respect what they tell you, because sometimes they know more than many of the other people you'll be talking to. And the last thing is something the individual that was my academic advisor always told me, because I would work hard and he'd see me in the office and he would say, don't forget to smell the roses. So you're going to get out, and to be successful, you're going to work hard, but don't forget to smell the roses, to take time for yourself. Okay, now it's time, hopefully, for a good ending, and I've done what I said and not going to speak for too long. And I want to relay my favorite poem is one by Robert Frost, The Road Not Taken. Some of you may know that poem. It's about a traveler that's walking in the woods, and he comes to a place where the road diverges. One side is packed down and looks like it's pretty easy traveling. The other side is overgrown. People haven't gone there before. And he talks about the differences in the journeys he might go through, and he chooses the road not taken, or the path that perhaps has more resistance. So I would urge you to, when you come to decisions, the fork in the road, sometimes don't just take the easy path. Take one that's more meaningful. There's another poet, and though this one significantly older than Robert Frost, a Roman named Horace, who wrote in 23 BC, used the term carpe diem, Latin for seize the day. And it was his idea that you don't get more opportunities. You needed to seize every single day, treat it as if it's your last day. And I think that's always good advice, to have that vigor and that excitement in everything that you do. So to our graduates, as you leave NC State, I would urge you to consider the road not traveled nearly as much when you make decisions. And then lastly, carpe diem, seize the day every day. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Cohen. At this point, I'd like to introduce our Director of Graduate Programs, Dr. Russell King, for the awarding of diplomas for our graduate students.
As we used to say down in Florida, it's a beautiful day in the Glades. So it's my pleasure to announce the different students who are receiving graduate degrees today. And we have a number of different programs, so I'll preface each group with their degree that they're receiving. We're going to start out with the Doctor of Philosophy in Industrial Engineering, and we have one candidate, Tanzid Hasnain. The tradition is that when you have a new PhD, they're hooded by their advisor, in this case, Dr. Julie Ivey. Okay, the next degree category is the Master of Science in Industrial Engineering. This is the Thesis Masters, and we have one candidate, Ashwin Ramachandran. The next degree is the Master of Industrial Engineering. So starting off, we have Pavel Pasha Koprov. Next, Alexei Gorky Lozevsky. Next is Alexander McGirt. Next, Arjun Patel. Last in this category, but not least, Rithika Shivkumar. The next category is the Doctorate of Philosophy in Operations Research, and we have two students coming forward. First, Vishwaraj Dilesh Doshi. In this case, Dr. Un, who is his advisor, is not able to be here, so the director of the OR program, Dr. Maria Mayorga, will hood him. Next, Jessica Mille. In this case, Dr. Swan, who was her co-advisor, will hood her. Height differential is a little easier here. Not a square knot. Next, we have the Masters of Operations Research. We have a number of candidates here. Starting out, Artie Effendi. Next, Madeline Henley. Eric McCabe. Evan Mertz. Francisco Moyet Vargas. And Chapin Smith. The last category is the Master of Engineering Management. This is a new program, and Julie Ivy, who's the director of that program, will call out her graduates. Oh, she's going to let me do it. Okay. Kartik Pravin Kandaria. Let's give one more round of hands for the graduates today.
Thank you, Dr. King. Next, we'll recognize our Bachelor of Science degree candidates. Andrea Alford. Davon Amin. Hannah Baldwin. Mackenzie Barnett. Our resident soccer star, Jenna Butler. Spencer Buzzard. Jack Cahill.
Don't worry, it's safe.
Madison Carroll. Rakesh Chinta. Austin Davis. Edgardo Gonzalez. Riley Groudon. Sam Haberman. Sam Hernandez. John Hodges. Owen Hunt. Delva Johnson Jordan III. Zach Kraus. Colin Lawler. Cameron Loy. Dudley Menes. Colleen Morgan. Noor O'Day. Olivia Ortiz. Dusty Nicole Patterson. Ethan Pearson. Erica Alexandria Price. Raphael Stanziola Clark. Tyler Valansky. Solomon Wiggins. Hannah Wood. Yusuf Shahir. I'm sorry, Shahir Yusuf. I'm sorry, wrong finger. Shahir Yusuf. Last but not least, Erica Zach. Okay. We know that our students did not get here alone. So at this point, I think our graduates would love to recognize their families, friends, and others for the support they've been given while at NC State. So please join me in thanking the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the program. What I'd like to do at this time is to once again have our graduates rise and move your tassels to the left sides of your caps. Congratulations. We look forward to seeing you visit us in the future and wherever your career endeavors may take you. Thank you, class of 2022. We hope you enjoyed some time in this space and one last time with your classmates. We appreciate your efforts over the course of your career in making our department a better place. Safe travels as you return to your homes and throughout the holiday season. We wish you all the best as you move forward. Please do not hesitate to reach out and keep in contact as your careers grow and you conquer new challenges. Go Wolfpack.
You're done. You can go, and there's a reception across the hall.